is where they're giving the opportunity to, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Here it comes. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these cutscenes in their entirety. Well, that's why it's only 10 o'clock. We got 2 whole hours to enjoy this movie that's about to play out. Let's go. I love that they give you that warning, though. I wonder if that was from the very beginning of the game, or after people complained, they finally were like, you know what, we got to do something about this. We'll warn people before we get to it. Oh, this is a place to take a drink break? Actually, I will fill up my glass because it's actually empty. Good call there, Bishop. Let me grab a full glass. Everyone else go grab a drink of water, maybe a cookie or something, and then we'll be jumping right back in once we get back. I have no idea what to expect. Literally zero expectations.
Your guest has arrived.
No idea what I'm getting into whatsoever. We look perfect for this.
Pray, come in and take your ease.
She has such a disarming personality. It's also perfect that out of all the places, this is Ul'dah, where we started, is also where we're getting
'Tis well
kind
that
of
the
ending.
steps of faith held against the Horde.
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
I think we did his voice justice.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Very well said.
Such noble words.
After
the fact.
How much aid did you send?
I had hoped to speak in the presence of her grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any.
Oh, serious time.
Honored friends, pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands.
Oh, formality.
'Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one.
Yay! Goals achieved. It's cool seeing the repeated patterns on some of the formal wear. That's just what the elite wear. Oh no. Don't tell me this is news of Elaine.
Very well.
Is aught amiss?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon.
Does actually seem like how a party usually is. People kind of coming and going, coming and going. People in and out all the time. Yida. She seems more cheerful after things that happened. Yu Hase.
You wished a word, Yu Hase?
Don't tell me they're gonna do a coup. Oh, that does not look good. That does not look good at all. All 4 of them. Why didn't you tell them where you were going?
You may go.
Oh. We came in. Oh,
Your
she's
rest.
telling her attendant waiting. I was about to be. She's telling us. She's like, come, sit, have a rest. Okay, bye. Hey, never be in a bedroom alone with someone if you're not in a
You must be
relationship.
curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion.
Thought she was going to make an announcement to everyone about her retirement.
I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy.
Oh, we take that very stoically.
You have seen for yourself the storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence.
Very briefly, there's so many times that something happened and our character just goes like, so I was half expecting that same thing to happen. But instead, it's just the stoic like.
But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate.
Ah, so she does plan to announce it here. So why the private audience then?
'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few. Yet, that which I propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations. And even Roban, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground.
Especially when he lost his right-hand woman.
Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand.
Aww.
You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me?
Absolutely. Without a moment's doubt. We think Ravan is awesome.
I am truly grateful. More grateful than I can well express. How much we have both changed since that day we met beneath the Sultan tree.
It's been so long.
And the days ahead promise to change us further still.
Almost 40 streams.
I hope that we will recognize ourselves when all of this is over.
Well, our gear certainly has changed a bit. Oh, don't tell me it's poisoned. Ooh, no! No! Quick! Change to our white mage gear and give her cures! Cure! No! No! Wait a minute! That means she won't even ever be able to do her announcement. No, Nanamo! And of course, we're the ones in the room alone with her. And this is when Teleji Adeleji barges in.
Your Grace!
Oh my gosh, the worst of the worst is happening.
Her Grace, the Sultana, is dead.
Not Nanamo.
Poison in her wine? You did this!
Yeah, and of course immediately blaming us. Shock, not at all.
Spare us your denials! I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance.
See, of course. Yeah, because we
I
poured the
hereby
wine.
accuse you of regicide. Men, arrest this viper.
That side eye. I mean, take us into custody, but you're not going to find our fingerprints on the wine bottle. Yeah, this is not good either. See? But it's not real. That's what the main thing I was nervous about.
Sir, barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
Wait, the whole Rising Stones? Oh, the building. The building. See? Lalafell, these two are a problem. This is why we have to have our own Lalafell army to fight the other Lalafells that are evil. Clearly, the Lalafells are either pure good or pure evil.
With this mutiny?
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
He's got a great voice. So how would capturing him and the Rising Stones secure the salvation of Eorzea? That's the question. I'm trying to figure out their plan. Is it because they now get to make the call? Or are they going to take over? Oh, with Teleji out of Leggy, I guess, going to try to take over everything all at the same time and rule all of Eorzea as one? As one? Lalafell evil confirmed!
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, we got some Ishgardians here
Knights
too.
from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
Not Nanamo.
Lord Commander, we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
A surprise attack?
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away.
Yeah, there is doubt all over this. XXXXXXXXXXXXXXX.
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor.
Dripping with sarcasm. Lucia's still awesome. Trouble, 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 trouble. My brain is still in shock that Nanamo is dead. I'm like, no, she can't actually be dead. This is one of those, like, you think she's dead, but then you get a faint heartbeat, and no way. Thancred, I thought you had eyes for Flamine.
Whatever is going on in there? Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
Smoke bomb?
Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
So they're accusing him of being a part of the Garlean Empire, or just the Scions as a whole.
What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts.
Oh, the dark magic of the Ascians.
Best come along with us.
They're trying to arrest everyone. Smoke grenade, get out of there.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals. Come then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
He's gonna have to fight his way out. Not that I doubt that he's got the ability and skills to do so, but... yeah, party's over, folks. Get out now while you can. I'm surprised he didn't immediately announce that Nanamo...
You go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us, now.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. As you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant.
Just ridiculous.
I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthis.
But they didn't even send that many forces.
How the ranks of the Immortal Flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Yeah, he planned this really, really well.
Wait, goddamn you! Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
Baloney.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity.
How did he know that we were going to be in the private chambers? Maybe he just struck on the opportunity when the maid, who's clearly in leagues with him, mentioned it. He was just like, ah, this is the moment. Cool. I wondered if they were gonna like tie our hands or something.
This man stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul Namo.
Yeah, there's the guy with the lance.
Suspected accessories to the crime. All members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
These are all the Crystal Braves that were under the pay of the Leggy.
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
Yeah. Should you demand further proof, a vial with traces of the substance used to poison her grace was found upon the assassin's person.
That's what was left at the... Oh, we've been played this whole time! We've been played this whole time. I think Elaine was trying to warn us, but they caught her in time, found where she was supposedly going to be dropping the stuff off, or meeting us at, and left the vial, and that's why we ended up keeping it. I did mention I thought it might be poison. Of course, they're the ones who have that.
How very convenient.
You would speak of convenience? Who persuaded her grace to host this celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime.
But what would that
crowd
value?
within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
But what would the Scions gain from killing her
How
grace?
dare you! After all we have done for Uldar!
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled. I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield.
Dark gift?
Oh, yes. I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will. And what of your cordial relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend.
Well, the thing that was ironic about him saying that the leaders bend to our will was that the Scions, specifically Alfino, literally went to them and was like, we could please use your help, and they were like, we could send a handful of men, but like that's the best that we can do. Like, here's my trade offer. I give you a few men and you leave me alone. Was basically their response. So it's like, no, they're not under the Scions' control. They're like the exact opposite. They barely lean in the Scions' direction.
I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces.
Let alone combining them at Ishgard.
Your next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our lands.
Wow.
Now that is truly ridiculous.
How do you even think of this stuff?
She cannot be dead. Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes.
Is Ilbert a part of their group?
The poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
Handmaiden looks guilty as all heck.
This cannot be. Nanamo. No!
Raban.
Plainly, the Royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe. And so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Uldar. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you.
Oh my gosh,
It
this
seems
guy has
only
no
right
soul.
that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
My gosh. Alright, someone just slap him for me. Raban, could you, like, literally just one fist just grab him by the throat. And just grab him by the throat and squeeze until that squeaky voice shuts up.
Whatever do you mean?
Look at that smirk.
I mean you had her killed, you black-hearted bastard!
Yeah, he knows.
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief.
The way they
She
did
always
his
was a most
eyes.
unwilling puppet. I dare say Her Grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
What a monster.
You would mock her, then mock her from hell!
Yeah, that's about right. Whoa! He did it! Oh my gosh, he did it! Well, that was unexpected. Not that I can say I'm not surprised, but holy crap.
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow Syndicate members.
Wow.
You're one of them. You've been in league with the Scions all along.
Wait, Lolo Rito is also on their side?
You're next, you scheming bastard!
Someone stop him! Ida? Oh, Ilberg. Whoa! They cut his whole arm off! What the heck?
Oh, Raban!
Seven hells!
Yeah, this has become quite the mess.
Admiral, we must leave.
Yeah, jeez. Wow. That actually was like, no, we shouldn't abandon everyone. What on earth?
How unlike you, old friend. I did not expect to take your arm so easily.
You could say he's been disarmed. That was terrible. No, don't.
Take the Scions into custody. They have conspired to commit regicide.
So Lolo Rito is either accidentally or completely on the other
this
side.
traitor as well.
We thought that he was our friend. Man, you can't trust anybody. The Crystal Braves and the Flames?
Ilbert, I hope you choke on their coin.
We trusted him too.
'Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have.
The bitterness.
You are not the man you once were, Raban. Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile.
He says to the guy who literally just cut down the Teleji in an instant.
She took the mad bull and cut off his balls. And a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter.
Like he was in that rage mode, white eyes and fire. That's the war hero, Raban.
Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana?
Do it. But I don't think he's gonna be honest.
It was me.
Oh. I'll be probably working with Ilberd, but...
You die!
There you go. Hells yeah. Freaking one-arm it. What? Is he a samurai? That looks like a samurai attack. Thank you, Yashtola. Yeah, Raban's not out yet.
I never doubted you, not for a moment. But there is more to this than I yet understand. Flee this place. Clear your names.
No, we'll stand and fight with you.
Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
No, we're not leaving you. What the heck? Raban! You better freaking live! Oh my goodness. We can't lose Raban too. We can't. There's just no
there
way.
You are.
Thancred, turn around and run.
Thancred, where have you been?
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers.
This is no time for cracking
realized
jokes.
The celebrations had turned sour. It seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation. 'Twould appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
The success of this plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
Really long time.
Careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot
exists here.
So, would I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
And some of them are still good guys.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share Pornonimo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Karthus? Even though that's exactly where we
may
go.
safely assume that our foe is thought to have the Rising Stones watched.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but our choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ul'dah.
Take the airships. Well, probably not. They got those watched.
Happily, I believe I can provide one. Papashan once told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Animo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel.
Maybe don't say that so loudly in the halls.
It should lead outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
Friends turned allies. Allies turned enemies. Everyone's arguing. Gita wants to punch some people.
The rest of you go on ahead. I'll handle this lot.
By yourself?
Gita, you better be careful.
I shall just have to join you.
Why do I feel like they're gonna get arrested?
Crystal Braves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Ida! Papalimo!
No!
We will hold our pursuers here. Hurry, now! Find this tunnel of Thancred's.
How are you gonna get out? They're dropping like flies!
Minfilia, we cannot linger.
That's a lot of them, too. Thancred only had 3 or 4 of the brass blades that he fought. Lola Rito being in on it, too? Or at least tricked. I can't decide yet. I feel like he is in on it, too. Guess we'll find out here. Maybe not.
Now look what you've done.
She liked that mask. She said it was her favorite mask.
Ida, are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I'm fine. I could do this all day.
Captain
How
America
about
style.
Nearing the end of my tether.
At least he's honest. Look, you can survive the jump over the wall. We've done it many times. You can do it too. It might break your legs a little bit.
This is so stupid. We're the scions of the Seventh Dawn. The ones who stand between this realm and the evil that's trying to destroy it.
And if you think we'll leave the stewardship of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Papalymo.
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last.
Buffing her? Oh yeah. I don't think we have that spell.
Have it, Ida.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Coming! Oh, it combined like the tier 3 fireball plus the monk attack. Oh, that's insane. Hopefully they make it out of that explosion too. Jeez. I don't think Ul'dah, the palace, will ever be the same. Like, how are they going to put it back together after something like that? I think the palace literally has been changed for forever.
Existed beneath Ul'dah. The architecture is of the Sildine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
Hey, Sildine, this is what you were talking about earlier. Monk LB3, and that was the end of Ul'dah. Everything just collapses down. Oh, she can hear them coming. That's so cool. A little ear twitch. She's got better hearing than we do. Oh, they knew.
Well, that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
Time to run again.
You two go on ahead. Thancred and I will deal with this.
So you're stolen Thancred are staying behind too? Everyone's leaving!
What do you need to do?
Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
What?
Fear not, antecedent. You haven't seen the last of these fair features.
Better not have.
My friends.
We've lost too many as it is.
Leave us.
I don't like leaving friends. We got into this business for protecting people, and now we're just leaving everyone to their own fates.
What is the plan, milady? Shall I take the dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads. Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being entombed with you for all eternity.
Don't do that.
I will have you know that many a maid would kill for the chance to spend forever at my side. Now, may I have the last dance?
Oh. Keep him protected. Y'shtola is amazing. And still, when she jumped in front of the Garlean guns, back when we were fighting the Garleans, it was absolutely epic. One of my favorite screenshots we've taken to date. No. Oh, there you go. Blind them all.
Well, this is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady.
Don't rush the mages. If you interrupt them, they have to start their spell all over again. Y'shtola, please do not bring the whole tunnel down on you.
Forgive me, Mitra.
No, 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 that can't be the end of them. No, that's not possible. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Hydaelyn, she speaks to me. No.
What the
I
heck?
must remain behind, but you cannot stay with me.
Wait, what? So we're...
Please, you must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm. As long as your flame continues to burn, the light of the dawn may ever be relit.
There's no Scions left! Minfilia, you're like the only one left behind.
You must escape and save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness.
This cannot be happening. This is ridiculous.
'Tis the only way.
No! I don't know, at some point you almost feel like it's better to just... go down with the ship, you know? Don't abandon your friends. This is pure awful. Pure awful. I refuse to believe that Y'shtola and Thancred are dead. I cannot even begin. It's cool that it leads out here. We've actually been here several times before. One of our first encounters with the Brass Blades was here. But, like, what on earth are we supposed to do? It looks like Lalaki.
I am glad to see you safe, my friend. What of the others?
No one. No one.
Damn that man.
Not anyone else.
Teleji played me for a fool. I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
Oh, so he fought them off and escaped. Last time we saw him, he had the blade at his neck, but he was able to manage to escape. That's actually really awesome. I'm trying to guess. This can't be Nanamo. I don't think that they would kill Nanamo and then bring Nanamo back, though in the armor definitely hidden would be pretty hilarious. If it is Nanamo, I'm gonna freak out and just go totally nuts. It could be Tataru, but Tataru was left back at the Rising Stones, so I'm trying to figure out what other. It's not Papalymo. I'm not sure. I think we're just gonna have to discover who this is.
There will be ample time for soul-searching later.
Yeah, it's even
for
question
now,
marks.
we must put some arms between us and Ul'dah.
Is this the Ishgardians?
Well, would you look who it is?
Oh,
Need a
it's
ride?
Brent.
I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it anyway.
Our merchant friend. One of the triplets. We're a little more leveled up than before. Not that it could do much good.
Let's not dawdle, eh? Oh.
So who is this new person? The Lalafell had a kind of deeper male voice, so this does remind me a lot from the very beginning of AR. Remember we were riding in the cart with the Alize and Alfino, even though we didn't know who they were at the time, the twins that were across from us, and it was all it's very reminiscent of exactly how we started the game. We've kind of come full circle, though a lot wiser, but a lot worse for wear now. Uldah's our home! This is absolutely terrible.
I was stocking up on supplies over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favour. Said her brother was having some trouble down in Ul'dah, and likely needed a helping hand getting away.
Alize!
Thinking them ruins would make a fine hiding place, I decided to try there first. And lo and behold, there you were.
Coincidence?
Aye.
I think
judging
not.
by them soldiers as we're pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon. Ha! Must have been fate that we happened to find you there, though, eh?
Fate's not been kind to us.
I had thought to look out for Alize, but would appear she was the one watching over me. I've made such a mess of things.
And who might you be, young sir?
We have so many people that we've left on an unknown as to whether they survived or not. What happened to Minfilia?
Pippin Taropin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames.
Oh, Pippin!
I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Ul'dah.
Have we met Pippin before? I don't know if we have. We've met several Lalafell in the Immortal Flames, but...
Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alfino here. Needless to say, I did not think his imprisonment justified.
Oh, so he found Alfino.
The blame plainly lies with the Monetarists. Their greed and corruption are well known to me, but for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity...
He's very well spoken.
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Alden's lad?
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. 'Twas only as we were leaving Ul'dah that I learned of father's fate.
No.
Once I have seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
Then you need
Raban's adopted son?
Blackbrush. Our fugitives have a friend waiting for them there.
Raban Alden. Raban Alden. Okay, so it's Raban's adopted son. It explains the bull horns on his helmet, which is awesome. And why he's a part of the military, but... Well, okay, that's really crazy.
I dreamed of bringing about Eorzea's salvation. But in the end...
But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's been mentioned a bunch and I've just missed it. Them soldiers keep searching for a while yet. Reckon we'll take the carriage back towards Ul'dah and get the lay of the land. Maybe provide a distraction if need be. You three wait here. I'll be along shortly. Stay strong, friends. The real fight's to come. First time mentioned I was... Okay, cool. I really hate when I'm supposed to get a reference to something we knew previously, and I don't get it. That's what frustrating. If it's a new thing and I don't know it, then I'm like, okay, cool, let's roll with it. I'm happy to learn as I go. But when we're supposed to know something and it's brand new, that's when I'm just like, or we were supposed to know something and I'm like, I can't remember what's going on with this. That's when I get a little like, The most unassuming folk can prove to be our greatest allies. Well, I'll do reactions afterwards. I'm sorry. I should have responded and reacted before jumping into the next talking point. So we'll do that afterwards. I need to give all of you a hug, and I could use a hug because I do truly believe that Nanamo is dead. I cannot believe the rest of the Scions are dead. I don't believe that. But Nanamo has always been, from the very beginning, are one of our favorite characters. Mobadi is up there as well, towards the top, and just her gentleness and kindness and her heart for her city, and been commented over and over again how I was like, I hope that she can just step down before anything happens to her, and the worst case scenario happen, and it's just it's so painful and so wrong. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Father spoke often of you, Jake, and long have I looked forward to our first meeting. Needless to say, this is not at all how I envisioned it. I love his helmet. It's really cool. Master Alfino, you must not give in to despair. That would only play into our enemy's hands. So long as you and Jake are free, we may still set things right. Forgive me, Marshal Taurupin, but Alfino, my boy? Sorry to keep you waiting. It's Sid! Sid, what are you doing here? Pulling you out to the fire as usual. Your merchant friend told me everything. Truly? Then he is no merchant, but an angel in peddler's clothing. We must find a place beyond the reach of both the Monetarists and the Crystal Braves. Corthus, Ishgard will not suffer the intrusion of foreign forces in their territory. That settles it. With me, everyone. Actually, I don't even know that I get to do the reactions if we're jumping on an airship immediately. Not I fear. I must remain here. I dare not abandon Ul'dah to the Monetarists and their cronies. You may be certain that they will seek to defame you, both here and in the other city-states. But know that I shall do my utmost to thwart their every effort. Frankly, I do not expect it to be much of a challenge. The small folk will not turn so easily on the Warrior of Light and his allies, no matter what the Monetarists claim. Marshal Taurupin, I know not what to say. Ha! Now that Father would labor to believe. But enough talk. You must go, Master Alfino. Your airship awaits. Teleported off. You're all amazing for helping have a genuine spoiler for your state. Yes, seriously, 100%. 100%. I gotta back up here and see what's going on here, so. Thank you for the hugs and free hugs for all future stories. No! Don't tell me there's even more free hugs needed for future stories. No! I can't take it. Go, awesome enterprise. Wait a minute, this is actually tragic though. Because how am I supposed to finish my weaving job and my crafting if I can't go back to Ul'dah? I'll never become a master crafter at this point. How will I summon the crystal primal if I don't become a master crafter? This is the worst. I will never hit 50, not alchemy, whatever it is, so that I can get the armor to die. That was the whole point. I was doing all that work to hit level 50. We should make for Count Dragonhead and speak with Lord Haurchefant. Mayhap he will know what to do. We're turning around and going back to Ul'dah and single-handedly fighting off every single one of those stupid brass blades until we save all of our friends. Because this is baloney, all right? This is ridiculous. I don't know. Do we just lay here in the snow and give up? Are we just done? Is this it? Is this where we end everything? I don't think that any of the other Scions would want us to give up. I think a part of being a hero and a part of doing what's right is about no matter how many times you fail or how many times you get knocked down, it's getting up and moving forward anyway. For all of our friends. We know not their fates. There's so many unknowns. Wind up Nanamo. Yeah, we should do the same. We should do the same. We actually have her as well. It's good to have you all here, though, too. Like, imagine... I know, I'm sure that some players have experienced it, but if you were going through the story by yourself, and you got to the end of all of that, and then we're just standing there alone in the cold, how alone and terrible would you feel? Like, you would just feel like the whole world had abandoned you, and that you were just all by yourself in the cold and desolate Karthus, and unknown about all of your friends and how they're doing and everything, and it's just terrible. Master Alfino told me your tale, Jake. It warms my heart that you should turn to me before all others. I shall endeavor to deserve your trust. Alas, the situation here has grown more complicated in your absence. It would be best if I explained in full. That's what the community is for. Aw, thank you, SWAT.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault. And 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper.
Wait, so they did attack? Holy crap, I thought they were lying the whole time. I didn't realize that the dragons actually were attacking.
The temple knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard, and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard.
The giant lances on the wall are amazing.
As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished.
For our fellows in the back who've been doing some serious squattage for just eons on end, we're gonna just do a couple. You know, you can't just sit and play video games all day long. The calves they burn, man. They burn like crazy. There's always work to be done.
But
literally
do not
no
despair.
rest for the wicked.
You are not without allies. You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish.
Oh, okay.
Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The falling snows or something.
They're all making fun of the
All
stones,
frivolity
rising
aside,
stones, falling snows.
Any who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Forton.
Forton.
For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor.
Clearly we
Agents of
impressed him with our
Ul'dah
flexing.
will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence.
Oh man, Harshafont, you're amazing. That's a kindness that I don't know that we deserve, but...
You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind.
Oh.
But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome the warmth your presence brings.
Is Tataru here? Flamine? The rest of them that were at the Rising Stones?
We don't know what happened to them.
But I gotta know what happened to them. Do not dare question our ways, unbeliever. Oh no, I'm supporting your ways. You've done awesome. Training in the ways of the squatting. And you've all have timed it just absolutely perfectly to match. It's beautiful. Upon entering the intercessory, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Well, we are ready into movie time yet again. Tataru made it out. Alfino, Jake, is it really you? At least Tataru's safe. Whoa. Oh, it was just her eyes were watering up. I thought that maybe it was the Arcanist magic that she has now, but... I tried contacting Minfilia and the others, but no one would respond. And then the Crystal Braves, our own people, turned on us in the marketplace. Flamine told me to run, and so I did. I ran and ran until my lungs burned and my feet ached, but I lost my way, and then... How did you end up here? Fortunately, I had observed some of the Braves behaving suspiciously beforehand. It's Yagiri! Oh! And she doesn't have her mask anymore. Yes, my mask. It was lost in the struggle. Pretty, isn't she? Oh yeah. Anyway, after Yagiri found me, we traveled to Vesper Bay and met up with Uranje. When we told him what happened, he used his magics to weave a glamour around the waking sands. From the outside, our old headquarters now looks like an abandoned storehouse. The transformation didn't take long, either. Apparently, Urianger started making preparations after the Imperial attack, just in case the Empire ever chose to pay us another visit. Good thinking, eh? I love Yagiri's, like, little bows and stuff. That's awesome. She had a lot of awesome black hair tied up underneath the mask and hood. My people are searching for the other scions even as we speak, but we have been met with no success as yet. I had hoped that you might be able to suggest further places to look. But you should know, the Rising Stones did not share the Waking Sands' good fortune. Only Crystal Braves await you there. The same army that we raised is now fighting against us, so... Our master race! They're so pretty and so awesome. If the two of you escaped, it is not impossible that the others could have done so as well. You may have been forsaken by men and women believed true, but rest assured that the people of Doma yet stand with you. We welcome this opportunity to repay our debts, and shall continue our efforts to locate the others and see the scions restored to the rightful place of honor. Aw, that's very sweet of you.
'Tis all my doing.
No, do not take all the blame on yourself, Alfino. There's way more at
I
work
believed
here.
myself the only one who truly understood Eosia's woes. And look what that arrogance has wrought. I gave commands, influenced governments with my certainty. I treated the Crystal Braves, and even the Scions themselves, as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm. But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod.
Ouch.
The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve?
The protection of the people, which you've been doing a fantastic job of.
Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty?
No, just the most major ones.
That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee?
Drops of good are still sweetness.
I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos.
It is painful
to watch. It was all
to
but a
watch.
means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alfino.
That is just painful.
So, Master Alfino, are you content to remain a broken blade?
Katara.
Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of
Hot
the fine
chocolate fixes
companions
everything.
who
That
yet
is true.
stand at your side?
Very true.
I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
One step forward. That's where you go.
Alfino, if I may?
A journey is not about the destination, but about the steps you take along the way.
Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow or in the clouds, we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
The little cracking in her voice. Aww. Give her a hug.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefon.
Orchefon.
'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians.
As long as someone stands up for what's
Scions
right,
have
your
achieved
guardian.
much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
One step at a time. That's right. We've traveled all over Orzia, one step or flap of a flying creature's wing. One step at a time. Music. Wait, that's how it ends? What about Raban? We literally don't know the fates of anyone. The true ending of ARR. I comment a lot on story developments. I think I said this a ton when we were learning about Iceheart. This music is starting... What's so ridiculous is the music is starting to become nostalgic. And we've barely even started, like, the full journey for Final Fantasy XIV. And I'm just saying it's just nostalgic for how many times I've listened to it just from the... when it played the very first time and started the Final Fantasy XIV journey. There's a lot of story beats and elements that we end up with more questions than answers. And I feel that a lot, but no more have I felt it than right now, where there's so much unknown and so much that's been left up in the air. If you finish this here without immediately being able to jump into the next patch, it would be maddening. It would just be maddening. You're just like, I gotta know what. Whoa! It's like finishing a book in a book series that ends on the hugest of cliffhangers, and you're like, there's so much I don't know, and I have to know what happened. I don't know. I don't think I ever want to meet Yoshi P in real life, because I might slap him for killing him. I'm not saying that I would, but I'm just saying that's a possibility, okay? Because Nanamo was like the best of characters, and you can't do her dirty like that. It's just not right, okay? It's just not right. Okay, we're gonna jump. Okay, this is Lolorito and the Handmaiden. Oh yeah. Oh gosh, the thunder.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
So is he the one who is behind everything? Did he manipulate Teleji, or was he working together with Teleji? Teleji, Adeleji. The shock when Raban just straight up murdered him. That was insane. Didn't write that, but definitely approved of it. I don't care. Someone's got to take the blame, okay? Someone's got to take the blame. Thancred? No, it's Raban. With his patched up arm. Oh yeah, he's not dead. The bull yet lives. Oh, here they are. Eldibus. You've taken out one of their order, one of the 12. Nabrialis is no more. The arbor was not his to invoke. His demise was of his own making. Ardor? Ardor. Nevertheless, it concerns me. They have extinguished that should be rightly be eternal. Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste must be warranted. We are of one mind. The plans must be accelerated. The northern lands, then? You're talking about Korthus? That's where we're at. The earth is fertile, and the seeds well sown. By my will they shall reap salvation, unlike any this world has known. Salvation of chaos and death. By his will. Look at how white and shiny he is. La Habrea is getting a little egotistical there. He was saying, by my will. Y'all need to turn some lights on, alright? It is way too dark in here. You're gonna trip on something. Stub a toe. Whoa. Whoa. No. 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 What? I don't want to click. We're rewinding 5 seconds and we're ending the stream there. All right, we're just gonna back it up. It's just gotta be that he's just having a chat. He's just having a chat with them. He's just like, yo, you wanted to hang out and get a drink together, right? Like, I have answered thy summons, emissary. Speak and make thine intent known. I would speak of fate, Archon. Yours, mine, the fate of this very star. Well, it's not like a confirmation that he is working with them, but it's not a confirmation that he isn't working with them. And that's just not cool at all.
Thou thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond.
I'm about to punch you, you snarky little dragon.
Delusion, despair, death. Thou shalt find naught else here.
I need a comic drawn of him just flapping there next to you. Delusion, death. And as he starts to say the next word, you just reach over and grab him by the throat. And then shove him in like a bottle and cork it and be like, yeah, I've had enough of that. So the question with Urianger is, did he go to them to preserve the dawn's light? The heroes journeyed north. Right in the story, their hearts filled with hope and eyes fixed heavensward. I don't know how much hope we got. Hopeful, but my left arm. That's terrible. I know it's not a thing, but wipes tears. Ugh. Ugh. This is not fun. Okay, so log out and look at the title screen. All right, we'll log out and watch the title screen for a minute. Wait for it to jump in. If only Raban could hug you. Chop. One-armed hugs are still hugs. All right, they still count.